I went to the 2006 New Year's Eve event. That one had Mark Hunt versus Vanderlei Silva. Do you remember that one?
It was ridiculous. Just all the matchups and the fights. It was bigger than life. You know, the way they hyped them up, hyped up the fights.
The announcer.
The announcers, like Boss Rutan.
To me, he's still the best.
Yeah.
Commentator.
Yeah, with Steven Quadros, right? I like that combo.
Yeah,
those
good.
They were the early ones, you know.
And they were so knowledgeable. That's what made it helpful because they weren't like color commentators that hyped everything up and used real big adjectives.
Yeah.
Look at that stupendous thing. Like, just talking about it. Yeah.
Having a good time.
So I don't know if you remember the Mark Hunt versus Vanderlei fight. He jumps up in the air and does like a sumo butt drop on Vanderlei.
I remember that. I remember a few events like that. A few situations.
The next day, was it the next day? I think it was the next day or a couple days later. Me and my friend, we're still in Tokyo, getting ready to leave, but we want to get something to eat. So we ate dinner at a TGI Fridays.
In Japan.
Mark Hunt and his crew were also eating at TGI Fridays. And we see him, and we're saying, hey, how are you? And we ask him, like, that butt drop that you were doing, what was going through your head when you said, like, oh, I'm going to do this? He goes, I wasn't planning on doing it. I wanted to stomp him. So I jumped, lifted my leg, but then I realized both my legs are up in the air. I'm just committing to this butt drop.
It was deadly.
Yeah. Because he was a big boy then.
3 bills, right? 300 pounds at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. All right, let's go back to you. You're Culver City. You trained jiu-jitsu. You went to college. You kept going.
Stuck with it. Got hooked on jiu-jitsu. Yeah. White to blue belt with Heijiogo. Purple with Andre because he was a black belt at the time. Then brown and black with Chris Lissandro at Street Sports.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's where we started to connect. Yeah.
And then you helped out my buddy Armin with the A side jiu-jitsu.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's funny, right? Like these things, like me doing the interview with you, like random. You just try to do, try to be kind and nice, right? Like do the right thing. People ask, and yeah, it's funny. You never know how that comes back to.
And like big circle.
Yeah, that Pasadena gym has a lot of history. We did a lot of things there.
It opened and closed, and then opened.
Well, I had it was Legacy Pasadena, and then I sold it to Orlando and his brother, because Orlando was already doing like some things on the side, and then actually before I sold it, I made it a Gracie Baja because Master Carlos asked me to be a part of it, And I remember them taking me out to, he took us out to lunch, me and the guy. He had a Gracie Baja in Arcadia, which is right there, right? But it was too close, and so he had to take us both out to lunch and be like, listen, me and my brother Carlson, we shared the same mat, but had one phone. So he focused more on answering the phone, and I just focused on giving a good class. And so I taught Monday, Wednesday, Friday. He taught Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. At the beginning, his classes were full or more full, and then later on, my classes got full. Just focus on doing a good job, and there's enough for everybody. And then what are you gonna say? So he accepted because he had a radius of like 5 miles or something for the school. And then I turned it into Gracie Baja, and then I sold it to Orlando and his brother. And then fast forward, the landlord of the gym came in here to Legacy in Burbank, and he remembered me, and he's like, hey, would you be interested in taking over the space? I'm like, what are you talking about? I wasn't here the day, but so I went to go talk to him. Yeah. It was gonna be just like a 10-minute talk or something, and I ended up talking for like 2 hours. He's this karate legend, right? That gym the Legacy Pasadena it's only ever been a martial arts gym. It was built for that.
Yeah.
And he like fought Chuck Norris. He beat him every time. Not that that's
Jeez.
like his accomplishment, but he was like a world class, like the best in the world, you know,
Yeah.
karate fighters back in the real days, you know.
Yeah.
And so so we ended up talking for like a couple hours, and I was like, like I guess I have to go back, you know. I told my wife, she was like, what are you talking about? And that's how kind of, because I was just in Burbank and I was just going to be here and forever. And then Pasadena happened. And then, you know, now other things are happening. And I just want to support my people, you know, support my kids, support my people. And so whatever happens, you know.
That's good.
Can't make everybody happy, but, you know,
And you're just rolling with it.
Yeah, try to do good things, you know.